Hey, thank you very much for joining us here on 10forest.com. I'm really excited today. We have Trevor Barone here from Brown & Brown Insurance. He's going to share with us a little bit about product liability insurance as far as how to purchase it, things that you can do for your food enterprise as far as insurance needs for product liability and working with retailers. Thank you very much, Trevor, for being here today.
Thank you, Tim.
So, tell us about insurance and product liability insurance and what we can do to do a good job. How do we go about securing it, and what's important, I guess, for product liability insurance, and really what is it? For people that don't know, what actually is it?
So general liability coverage, which is really broken into property damage and bodily injury. So we're talking about third party, talking about hurting our customers, hurting the general public. For food products, most often we think about food poisoning, somebody getting sick from our food products. But all along the chain, there are exposures that we have to cover in the process. So it may be best to kind of limit down some specific products and areas that I could address and then kind of build from there.
Just say that we have, say, a cookie or bread product, and it's not really, there's not much that can happen there, but at the same time, retailers, large organizations demand a certificate of insurance. And some of the retailers want their name on there for some reason, and just kind of walk us through the process there.
So if we're talking about a packaged product and we're the manufacturer of the packaged product,
correct,
and the retailer is asking for us what sort of coverages we have or demanding certain levels of coverage from us, they're going to want to see adequate general liability limits. You're not going to be able to go and sell your product in Publix with $300,000 in general liability. They're going to want to see $1 million. They're going to want to see umbrella coverages on top of that. That's going to extend possibly another $3, $5, $10 million.
Yes.
Because when a suit comes and it's tracked back to that product from that store, Publix wants to know that they're protected because of the products they sell within their store. Obviously, the biggest is getting sick from the product itself. People could get hurt from the product. If it's sharp, whatever it may be. There's a lot of ways that exposures, there can be an attraction for claims. And the reason that a Publix or any retailer, even if they're not a big name brand, maybe it's just a mom and pop, should be asking for certificates of insurance is because A, there should be a contract that says we're going to sell your product, these are the terms of how money's going to get doled out, and this is how insurance or how liability is going to flow. So if somebody's hurt, they're going to go after your insurance first, and you need to prove that you have it with a certificate of liability. And within that certificate of liability may be other terms like additional insured. So we want, as Publix or as a retailer, we want direct access to your policy. We don't want to have to go through you. So that certificate of insurance is giving them informational rights to that policy information to make certain that they don't just have the number, but the terms in there are correct. You can buy a general liability policy that only has premises coverage. How's that going to be any good for a cookie retailer? Premises coverage is only going to protect that manufacturer on the premises of their manufacturing, not the products that are out in the market. So that's what the risk management portion of Publix is going to be checking on. They're going to take these certificates, they're going to get a hold of the companies that say they're providing the insurance for all of their products and confirm that the coverage terms are in there that were promised per the contract between the manufacturer and Publix itself. Beyond additional insured, there could be things like waivers of subrogation, primary non-contributory. They could have other clauses in there that are very specific depending on the type of product, and that's what's going to protect Publix. They don't want to be taking on exposure of their manufacturers. They already have enough exposure with hundreds of thousands, millions of square feet of people to slip and fall on, right?
Right.
They don't need to be taking on someone else's exposure of, you're selling this product in our store, you better have the protection so that the injured party can go directly to you, not have us have to go through it as well.